like 2 scoops of butter pecan
My
ice
mom likes
cream.
butter pecan. It's her favorite.
That's
All
my
old
mom's
people
favorite
do.
too.
Yeah.
All old people do.
Favorite.
No, and her ice cream was falling off the cone the other day when I was carrying it to her, and I was like, had to take a little bite of it, and I was like,
You're like,
I don't like
I'm
it.
an old lady.
It's so sweet. It's too sweet.
Yeah, my mom loves that too.
I'm
Am
telling
I
you,
gonna like it when I'm
it's an
like,
old
in
lady
30 years?
person.
It'll be like
ice cream.
really good.
Tell you what, old ladies love more than anything. Peeves and Qs.
Yes.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. We are here. It's a weekly podcast where we ask each other questions and talk about what's annoying us each and every week. I am your host, Mr. Red. We also have Mischief Gay,
Hey.
Carmen San Diego,
Hello.
Woods Comma L.
Hi.
I didn't almost forget that.
I almost forgot my name.
And Clever Girl.
What up?
And that's it.
No, what's up?
What's up?
I need to know.
Can you get off your phone?
No, I'm looking up something. I'm looking something up for the podcast.
Okay, good. Well, hi. I guess we'll just move on to our first segment, which is how are you guys?
I'm great.
How are you
Yeah.
guys?
Guess what? Guess what came up on my Facebook today?
What?
It's something that is involving all of us. When I thought it was really sweet.
Uh-huh.
I want to say 5, possibly 4 years ago today, we had the Disney party.
Oh my gosh. Holy
I
moly.
saw that.
Yikes.
I had a Disney party at my house where everyone had to dress up like a Disney character, and I can't believe so many people did. It was awesome.
That was a big party, actually.
It was a huge party. And
Say 4 or 5 years ago today?
today.
Wow.
Today.
Wow, that's weird.
Wowzers.
Cool.
I know. And I'm going to pass this picture around. I want everyone to look. Oh, well, Allie, you're not in that one. Oops.
Whoever you are.
Let me get
Whoever
it
you are.
Here. We're all in this one. Okay. Yes. I thought it was so cute.
Holy moly.
Yikes.
Wow.
Mr. Red was Hercules.
Some people
I
look
was-
nothing like
I
this
was
anymore.
mad.
Honey, you mean Hunculus.
Oh my god, that's when I still bleached my hair.
Don't whisper. Let them
That's
know.
when I still
Yeah.
bleached my hair.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Look at my hair,
gosh.
please.
Everyone looks like babies.
Woods, L was Aurora.
You look like
Sleeping
a baby.
Beauty.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah, Mischief Gay was a literal baby. Prince Eric.
No, you're way in the back there.
Oh my god.
I know.
And
Yeah.
Carmen San Diego was Jasmine.
Yes.
Was she like 12 then?
Yeah, I don't. I mean,
Yeah,
that's that's
yep.
crazy.
Chocolate Thunder was not around.
Yeah.
I think.
That's why I thought it was a good thing to bring
Yeah.
up. Because unfortunately, she's not recording with us
She could not
tonight.
be with us tonight.
Oh yeah, Ellie, your hair is super blonde.
So
Yeah.
all these amazing pictures of us as young people are happening. So that's how Clever Girl is. What about the rest of you? How you doing? How's it going?
I've had an interesting month.
Oh yeah?
Yes, I have.
Eventful?
We're only 4 days into the month.
I mean, I've had interesting. I've had an
3 or 4
interesting
weeks.
last month.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yep. Yes, things happened quickly in my
You're scaring our audience.
Yeah.
What did
No,
you? What's going on?
Okay, so it all started. It all started when a friend of mine asked me to take in her sugar glider. Do you guys know what that is?
Yeah.
An animal.
Yes, a little
It's
animal.
It's an animal.
What type of animal?
It's like it looks like a little like flying chipmunk is what it looks like. They're from Australia.
Okay.
They're really cute.
A glider.
But yes, they are a little hard to take care of sometimes though. But so anyway, I was like, yes, I will definitely take this guy in. So I was taking him in, and she didn't have a very big cage for him because she lets him out in her room. And
Sure.
I didn't want to do that, especially right away with my cat. So I was looking for a new cage.
Uh-huh.
And I was looking on Craigslist and stuff. So that's when it all started. I looked on Craigslist.
Getting the damn cage.
That's when I
it's-
saw
yep.
the ghost.
I found a cage and messaged the people, and they said yes, but they were looking for they had a chinchilla in the cage, and they were like, well,
and you have to take the chinchilla.
well,
with
here's
it.
the deal. They said, well, we're trying to find a home for this chinchilla, and we're trying to, find a home before we sell this cage. So it come down to it. I'm like, all right, I'd like to come get this cage, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, well, we don't know what to do with the chinchilla.
Well, then don't offer us the cage.
So I ended up coming home with the chinchilla.
Okay.
Oh, and I was like,
God.
it's okay, I'll just give him to a rescue.
Was it, did you have to pay for it, or was it just you got the chinchilla?
Nope, I bought the cage, chinchilla came
Okay.
free.
Well,
Wow.
that's at least
Get
something.
a
You got a free chinchilla.
So now, then I didn't get my cage. Well,
now you
I
have
got the
to choose
cage, but now the
Yeah.
You couldn't
cage.
put the glider in the chinchilla cage?
No.
With the chinchilla?
So now I'm like, well, dang, that was pointless unless I give the chinchilla away. But then I had him for a few days, and
Got
bonded.
I bonded.
And then when you had to give it away, it was like, well, I need a cage to go with it, right?
honestly, well, I could give him to a rescue,
You
but
still have it.
but the rescue was like, they're just gonna sell him to like random people, and I was like, oh my
What's
gosh.
his name?
They said his name is Dusty.
Oh.
What did you name him?
I'm keeping it Dusty, I guess.
No way.
That's nice.
Dusty
So-
the chinchilla.
Okay, Dusty because
They
of
roll
they
around
roll
in
in
the-
dust.
yeah, take a
I
bath.
get it. So
Yeah,
anyway.
but do you have dust for it to roll around in?
yeah, they gave me the dust.
Oh, so you got the cage, the
all
chinchilla,
the
and the
accessories.
The
dust.
dust, and they gave me a little bit of food and stuff, but the cage is it was just bare. Nothing. He didn't have anything
You have no
except
toys.
he didn't have any toys. He didn't have nothing. He didn't the cage smelled so bad because he didn't have a litter. He just peed on the bottom of the cage. So it's like I had to make the fleece liners, I had a litter, and then I had to buy a litter, and then get all the stuff because you have to set it up a certain way so that they go in the litter, and we're still working on that. But it's just
Like
it's
a
complicated.
dog.
So anyway, I had to then I had to go get another cage for the sugar glider. Okay, so now I have that. And then, I went to a reptile thing, and
What's a reptile thing?
a reptile expo with my mom. And,
Okay,
oh my
so we know
god.
the name of it, but
It's a reptile
still
expo.
very interested in what this thing is.
It's a reptile expo. That's all it is. It's like
a convention.
Convention.
It's a Comic-Con for lizards.
People dress up as
well, not just
scaly
lizards,
beasts.
for everything. Snakes, spiders, everything.
Oh, that's
Buying it.
that's not a...
Everything.
Creepy crawlies.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not
So it was
describing an expo, you're describing a nightmare.
I was going to say Nightmare Expo is what it
No,
should be
it's
called.
awesome. It's awesome. Okay.
Awesome Nightmare
But-
Expo.
Okay.
It
And
does sound-
then,
it does
That's the name of the
really cool.
episode.
then, okay, wait. I have to. This happened before the chinchilla, though. This happened
The
before the
expo?
chinchilla. The expo
The
happened
Nightmare Expo.
So forget
before
about- forget
the
about
chinchilla.
the
Yes,
the
I
chinchilla
should have
part.
mentioned this before. Okay, I was at this thing, and there was this poor little pig, and I needed it.
So you have a pig?
I have a guinea pig. Guinea pig.
Oh,
guinea
okay.
pig. Guinea
Very
pig.
different.
Yes,
Guinea pig.
very different.
It's just tiny little baby. It's just like this big now. But it's tiny little baby, just bones. Just bones. Practically got it for free. Because I told the guy, which I feel really
because
bad.
you had to buy the cage.
Yeah.
No, he's in a breeder tank I had. Like a fish breeder tank I had right now. But the cage I'm just gonna make out of like some, it's gonna be super easy, handmade cage. But man, because this guinea pig was so like sickly, and I get it because the guy who was there is really struggling right now. He has really bad cancer. He's not doing well himself, and so he's not taking the best care of his animals, which isn't really an excuse, but he's somebody needs to be helping him out, like just helping him out with his stuff.
Okay.
But anyway, so I just,
So let's go through the list of what's common animals. You have a cat.
got a cat,
You have a glider.
got a glider,
Glider.
Chinchilla.
Got a chinchilla.
Yep.
Got a guinea pig. Not a pig.
guinea pig,
And a lizard.
A lizard.
got a lizard.
Oh, and
Which one of these
pig, which I
things
found.
doesn't belong?
Yeah, but the thing
it's
is,
what's coming out. She doesn't
Yeah.
belong with all these animals.
see, the thing is I gotta find like another glider to go with that one because they can't live, they
They
can't,
have to be.
they have to be
They have
together.
to have a mate.
They have to be together. Like most of these animals need to live together in the same cage, but
Is yours female or male?
male, but fixed male.
Is the
So,
chinchilla a male?
Chinchilla can't have another partner.
But what is the chinchilla? Female?
Unfixed male. So he can't have another
So you're
partner.
having brawls in the,
No.
in the apartment.
No, there's no brawls. No. Chinchilla's not going to have another partner because he's been alone his whole life. He can't have another male introduced. I'm not going to have a female.
Probably eat it, right? Guinea pigs do that.
What?
Eat their young. I know that.
Oh, well, I'm not going to, I don't know about the guinea pig. I don't know if I'll have another guinea pig. I mean, they're so messy with themselves. So, I mean,
So you don't even need like
the only other thing I'm planning on getting is another glider if I can find another rescue female. That's it.
So there isn't any room for us in your apartment.
Yeah, so we can't come over.
No, you can.
We all have to hold a cage.
No, all I did was take down my table. I just don't have a table anymore.
Oh.
You just
But-
have cages that you have boards on top of and eat around it.
You also don't need a white noise machine because it sounds like the Amazon rainforest in your apartment.
I would like to point out that I don't think I realized that I didn't know what a chinchilla was.
They're
until
super
this
cute.
moment.
They're like,
I just looked them up. I thought they were armadillos for my entire life. Every time people mention chinchillas, I was picturing what an armadillo is. It turns out they're like weird tiny
They're
mouse
super
creatures.
cute.
Yeah, they're really cute.
They are
I love
cute. They're like a mouse rabbit.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mouse
a mouse
rabbit.
they
rat.
got bigger ears.
It's a mouse rat.
But like,
Mouse rat.
Yeah.
but like a mouse rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh, you're sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a mouse
Because they do, but like they popcorn just like a guinea pig. You know, they like jump.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like breed, like
No.
they popcorn,
But, like-
rabbits.
Well, I mean, I guess bunnies do popcorn too. But like, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Like
I
they
do.
just, I don't know. Like they.
Which one is the
it's
biggest
hard-
asshole?
Yeah.
The lizard.
No, that is the calmest creature I own.
I'm sure. Not when I'm in the apartment. I'm sure it won't be.
You would be.
Nope. It would probably be the chinchilla.
What's it do?
They haven't worked with him.
Oh, so like you go to like reach in the cage and he's like, "Fuck you!" and like bats at your
He
hand.
just, he's just not used to being held.
Oh.
So like, if I go to pick him up, he just like goes a little crazy. So I can't pick him up. I can't pick him up. So I reach my hand and I pet him and I give him a treat. That's as far as we've
Or
gotten.
you're trying to Pavlovian this animal.
I can't pick him up if he's gotten loose and he just like, they're so incredibly fast. It's insane. They're so fast and so hard to catch. Like he got loose and then I was like trying to corner him and chase him. And then when I finally got him, he like,
Pictures of running around your apartment.
We should put up a camera.
oh my God. He jumped at my face when I caught him. He was like, boom. And I was like, "Wah!" And I like caught him and he was like trying to get him. It was bad. But
Is your cat like the fuck, lady?
yeah, she's amused by the animals, by the small animals. But
They're gonna get out one. That lizard's gonna get out one day, and she's just gonna murder it.
no, lizard is never gonna get out. Are you kidding? That
There
is the
are,
most calm animal that I.
Yep, those are the ones that get out. Those snakes are pretty calm. They just like work their way out.
Snakes are escape artists. They can get out. But this is a
lizard
leopard.
a lizard is a snake with
Who would
legs.
ever have a snake as a pet?
My sister has
Oh, she
one.
does?
I would.
An anaconda. Don't
She's
want
done.
none.
None.
Unless
Just
none.
buns,
End
done.
of song.
Like a constrictor?
yeah.
It's gonna
What
constrict
kind?
her to death one day. It's gonna.
I would have a
It's
boa.
ostensibly in a cage, quote
Well,
unquote.
when people are like, "Oh, my snake, it's so cuddly," it's like
No.
cuddling. It's like it's measuring you to see.
They're
how
not
it's-
cuddly.
It's sizing you
They're-
up.
Yeah,
So
They're
her
not
boyfriend got it in
cuddly
Florida when he used to live down there when it was like reasonable size, and now it's enormous.
No, it's gonna kill them.
And it has gotten out before, and I'm like, fuck that shit. I stayed in her apartment once
Yeah.
with you,
I was
and
there too.
I couldn't sleep the entire night, even though she closed the door. I was like, no, that thing's gonna kill me.
No, see, I wouldn't get a snake in my apartment because if it does get out, it's going to eat probably my small pets.
Face.
Eat my face.
Eat my
No,
face.
My
I
person.
worry most about Nisha, but
Which is the cat.
because she's my favorite. But
Okay, what's the glider's name?
Ollie,
Ollie. And what's
Ollie.
the lizard's name?
Marla.
I do remember you telling me that now.
Yeah, no, okay, you've clearly never seen a leopard gecko. They are so slow. Oh my gosh.
Sure.
There are slow spiders, too.
Yeah.
Doesn't make them less scary.
No,
speaking of-
they're harmless. Leopard geckos are
Speaking of
Doesn't matter.
spiders, I was driving to work this week, and I had a daddy long leg like scurry across my dashboard, and I was driving, and I couldn't like kill it. I got
And
my
you said that
bug spray,
Oh, yeah.
and like it would get to the corner of like my driver's side where it would start to come up and come towards me, and I would like hit it with the can just to keep it at bay.
You didn't spray
And I
the
was
bug
still
spray?
no, because I didn't like want.
Yeah.
Because I was driving still, and then I finally parked the car, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna spray this thing and kill it. And I go to spray it, the fucking thing doesn't spray. I'm like, gah! So, and I was already late for work, I'm like, I gotta go. So I've never seen it since.
Yeah.
It could still be in my car.
Some say.
Yeah, it was really hot, so I'm hoping it just died.
I'm sure it's dead now.
Well, speaking of various farm animals, Clever Girl and I were
Yeah.
recently we were driving with your parents to
Home
from a restaurant, and we were about to get home, and she lives out in like the country.
The BFE.
What's that?
But fuck Egypt.
Okay. And yeah, so there's this farm with a barn in it with various animals, and apparently they had gotten out somehow. There were like roosters and particularly baby pigs. They were just crawling around the yard, and
They were free range.
Okay.
Mr. Red doesn't understand farms. Like,
No.
the chickens are free range, and so they just go wherever the fuck they want.
Okay.
But my parents and I were concerned because there was all these baby pigs, like, in front of the barn, not in a cage. And we're like, well, they could run across the street and get hit. So we pulled in there, and we called the farmer who lives down the road. He doesn't live at the farm, stupidly. And we're like, hey, your
Wants to
pigs
live on
are
the farm.
out. And he didn't say, like, hey, those pigs go wherever they want. They're like, he said, okay, we'll be right there. And what does Mr. Red say? He's like, I gotta touch that pig.
Yeah.
He's like, I've got to touch a pig.
Of course.
Here, I took a picture of them. They're super cute.
Oh, look at them. They are cute.
I didn't get to touch
Oh.
pigs.
No, they were way skittish.
Yeah, we stepped out of the car and they were like, "What is that thing?"
That one is just staring at me.
I know, it was
Cute.
staring me down.
So baby pigs, I've decided, are kind of cute. I don't like adult
Aw.
pigs.
They're giant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, we
yeah.
went in the barn.
Gross.
We went
And
in
where
the
the
barn.
mama was.
Yeah.
Oh my
It was
god.
like bigger than me.
Yeah, it's gross.
And
was
it was-
huge.
And, like, the farmer went in there, and he was like, this is the mom, and was, like, reaching over the fence and petting her, and she was like,
Yeah,
or, like,
she
was
was
so loud and
Yeah.
hitting the fence. I'm like, this pig's gonna
It's
kill
gonna
us.
freak out, yeah. They're gonna write news stories about
Yeah,
this.
I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah,
So that was fun.
yeah. So, yeah. We've all had good animal adventures.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
So that's what we've been doing.
That's how
Hands
we've
of
been.
pigs.
Would we like to open our Peeves section tonight? Open the book of Peeves. Cool. Who would like to go first with their peeve? Raise your hand. Somebody raise your hand.
I got one.
All right, hit it.
Hit us.
Okay. So this is really stupid peeve,
Uh-huh.
but, you know.
Most of them.
Oh, yeah. So, this has happened to me quite a bit this summer.
Mhm.
People not taking down their garage sale signs.
I know.
So I'm driving down the road trying to find this garage sale
a
at
bunk
this
sign.
address,
Yeah.
and it's not there.
Yep.
The audacity.
There's also this business that puts down asphalt that has bright neon signs, and when I see one, I'm like, yes, a garage sale, and I get up to it, and it's like, such and such asphalt. I'm like, fuck you. I hate it.
Change your sign.
Yeah, change the color.
Mm.
They get me every
That's frustrating.
time.
That's like a bad business, not your asphalt thing.
No,
that too.
the
But the
leaving
garage
up
sale
your
thing, that's like
sign.
bad business. Because you're like,
Sometimes the balloons will still be,
Yeah.
still be up, and I'll be like, blah,
My theory is if they put us a balloon on the sign, it's not a good garage sale.
wow.
Really?
That is my theory.
Why is that?
Because first of all, this must be their first garage sale, because who the fuck would buy balloons to put on the sign?
Yeah, that's
Maybe they already
true.
had them.
I've never done that.
Yeah,
Never put
maybe
balloons-
they
Maybe
already
they moonlight as
had
clowns.
them. Maybe.
You don't
It
know
would be a
they're
balloon
lying.
animal then.
Maybe you know what? You're absolutely right.
So that's
Go
my
ahead.
theory. So they've never run a garage sale. So when they put like huge garage sale, it's literally like your leftover baby shit. That like, sure, moms will want, but I don't want any of that. And most people don't.
Right.
So that's my theory. If it says huge sale, it's not a huge sale, and if it has a balloon, it's not a good sale.
Cool.
That's a theory right
Yeah.
there.
So you see now.
Yeah.
You go out and do my research and see if that's an actual thing.
It's
Pass
just
this
so
knowledge on to you, young
annoying.
listeners.
That is so. It's just so annoying. It keeps happening, and
I'm a huge garage sale. I know you are too.
Yeah.
What's comment L? Are you do you ever go to garage sales?
You're talking to her.
Or
She is.
Carmen San Diego. Sorry.
No, I don't.
Gay. Do you ever go
love
to garage sales?
No.
Mr. Red will literally think about going to a garage sale just to buy me something because all I ever do is go to garage sales and buy him
I
stuff.
think
So,
you either
if I need a
really
gift-
are into it or you're not.
Yes,
Oh.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's yeah. I'm very much in the not at all.
I
I mean, you just don't know, like...
Yeah.
yeah, but you can get such a good deal on
Oh,
something.
I don't want
Yeah, but it could be covered in slime.
to, like, go
You
to
don't even
strangers.
know what-
Well, you'll know if it's
Yeah, bed
or
bug.
like...
well. For you don't buy bedding.
Oh,
Well,
yeah. You don't.
And if
buy
you're
video
buying
games and
a
lice.
table, it's not going to be covered in
You
lice.
don't know. You just know.
Lice can
Yeah,
live on something up to like a week.
Yeah, and bedbugs can live on stuff up to like what 2 years or something ridiculously
something
longer.
crazy.
Is it 1 year? Is it 2 years?
I don't know.
think it's like 2 years.
I
or
launder
something.
my
It's
stuff.
a long time.
Not that
But-
I ever buy clothes from garage sales. I
Yeah, I
don't
don't
do that.
think I have
Mine's
ever.
mostly
bought-
furniture,
It's
electronics, movies.
If I were
Right.
filthy stinking rich, I would buy a bunch of furniture from other garage sales and also cameras and put them in the furniture and then put out my own garage sale with bugged furniture. And I wouldn't
What?
link to anything. It wouldn't
What?
be. I wouldn't be recording people. I would just hope that they find them and then they'd wonder.
And thought that you were.
Maybe, yeah. They'd be like,
What a
"Uh,
weirdo.
That's what I'd do if I were rich. So come on, donate.
I could point at the things in this apartment that have come from a garage sale.
I think you can find good things. I just
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
I like
Well,
to
now I'm
find
nervous.
That
antique
those
things.
chairs.
All right. Well, don't do it. on the
Like
show.
unique antique type
Yeah.
things that like you just find some good stuff.
Mhm. Sometimes, yeah.
Um,
Sometimes you just get like really lucky, but it's so.
I
Random.
found
Like
an
a
aquarium bubbler, and
Those
I
are,
bought it.
those are expensive.
Haunted.
I bought an aquarium bubbler for 50 cents. 50 cents.
Wow.
I literally bought those chairs for $4 a piece
All right.
at a garage sale.
That's
And I got
awesome.
4 of them.
Great
That's
job.
a great deal.
Yeah.
That's
I got
an
this
amazing
table.
deal.
I got our bar
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
$5. Yeah. I love garage sales.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we started this new thing in our last episode where whenever we're done with a specific peeve, we go peeve closed.
Oh.
So we
okay.
peeve closed that peeve.
All right.
So who
Fine.
wants to? Are we done talking?
Yeah, we're
Okay,
done.
Good. Well,
Keep closed.
Um,
No, you have to do the hand signal with
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah, we do this chopping thing. Audience can't see that, but they know. They know it's
They
happening.
know. Okay.
So
In
who
your
wants to peeve next? Peeve 2.
I'll peeve.
You'll peeve on us?
Yeah. Like R. Kelly Beach. Okay. Just like waiters and waitresses who are shitty.
Yeah.
Yep.
We went
Explain.
to
Who's
where
we?
did we go? Me and Chocolate Thunder. We went to I don't remember where we went that night. We went somewhere and we got home at like 4. Oh, we went to Birmingham.
Okay.
And we drank. We got home and it was like 4 o'clock or something. We decided to go to this diner.
Like I'm assuming a 24-hour diner.
Yes. And this place has like the best shakes ever.
Now, do they say that on the sign?
I don't know, but it's like
I feel like if you have to say it, it's not true.
I don't think that.
It's one of your
I don't
peeves.
think it's on the sign.
Okay,
but it's just like really, they're just really fucking good. And I was craving one so bad. I didn't even want food. Like I didn't eat that whole since lunch that day. So I wasn't even craving food. I just wanted ice cream.
So you're just drunk and you're like, I fucking want it.
Yeah, I want some fucking ice cream.
Sometimes you just gotta have ice cream.
So we get in there. We sit down. Some chick comes up, asks us what we want to drink. We both get waters. And then she gives us our waters. And then we're sitting there and sitting there.
Is anyone
and
else
sitting there
in the...
There's
restaurant?
waitresses all around. Yeah, there's other people in there too.
Okay.
And we're literally sitting there for like 25 minutes and nobody comes over and
you're like,
takes
I
our
want
order
a
for
fucking
our
shake.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I almost made a scene, but we just left.
Oh, no.
We're like,
You just left, so you didn't even get one.
no, we didn't even get
Oh,
one.
I would have
Wow.
been like, is
And
anyone
then
gonna...
the bitch who gave us our waters had the audacity to be like, have a good night on our way out.
I would have been like, I would have if I got a shake
or served it.
or service.
Yeah.
You do the clap thing.
I would have.
Uh.
I absolutely. If that would have happened, I almost caused a scene in Bob Evans this morning because the hash browns were so bad.
Oh,
but
yeah. You were like almost intense
I would-
about it.
I would have been like, excuse me, like, if I had service, then I would.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Bye.
Did I talk about the ants on the show?
No,
Oh.
that just happened.
Yeah. I had an event where I just went to a restaurant and I found on the counter next to, we were sitting in the booths, next to the window, and on the sill, I looked over, saw a couple of ants, and I was like, oh, I don't like that. I'm eating. That's gross. But I'm like, maybe I'll just ignore it, try to eat. I kept looking over, and there were just more and more every time.
No.
And I was still just like, I'm going to be cool about this. I'm not going to make a scene.
Mr. Red
Wait.
really does not like bugs.
That-
So
any
this
kind
is
of-
like
yeah.
this is big of him to sit there and not
And
say
then
anything.
I looked down and I saw one halfway through the meal on my seat, and I was like, "Waiter, can we please?" I wasn't mean, I wasn't rude about anything. I was just like, I just noticed that there's ants here. They're on the seat and everything. Can we move to another booth? And he was like, "Sure." So we did, and that was it. But man, that was gross.
That is gross.
Yeah. I was,
It's just like,
Did they have a drive-through?
yes,
So did you go through the drive-through?
I almost did, but I just didn't.
Because you really want.
Because you already pissed at that point.
Yeah, I didn't want to give them any service.
I would have just raised
understand.
my
I would have been
hand.
like, excuse me, why
So,
didn't
but
anybody
it's
come back to
stupid
our
because
table?
there were two waitresses. Okay, so it was us. So we were the corner booth, and then there was these two other girls sitting right next to us on this in the other booth, and those two got up and left, and these two waitresses came over and cleaned the table, and saw that we were sitting there. This was by minute 15 without food, and they're just sitting there talking.
Oh, I would have been like, excuse
To
me,
each
can we
other.
get menu? Did they give you menus or anything?
No, I don't think so. No, because the menus are on the table.
Oh, okay. I would have been
But,
like, excuse me, I'm ready to order now.
Yeah, it was literally they weren't even acknowledging us either.
Oh.
It was the worst.
Did you leave him a bad Yelp review? I fucking would have.
Should've.
Yelp.
You still can. It's not too late.
I was so mad. And then we went to McDonald's.
Oh, it's not the same.
Did you get ice cream? Was their machine
No.
broken?
Because I was just craving one of their shakes.
Oh,
Mhm.
And I just I didn't get anything. And then she didn't either because she wanted food, and they were only serving breakfast at that point because it was
5 o'clock in the morning.
yeah.
Mm.
Why were you guys out
That
so late?
sucks because they were
'Cause
partying.
We were at Birmingham, and then we drove home.
Man, good peeve.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's happened to all of us. Sounds like it has. Peeve
Yeah, I mean, I
essentially.
think everyone has had bad.
We've had
I'm not one to
service.
be mean to people, waiters and waitresses and fast food people. And
Me either,
retail
especially if
people.
they're slammed and they're doing their best and
I'm not, but they were not slammed.
yeah.
They were not. They were super just chill. It was a chill atmosphere. There were people there, but hardly anybody. It was frustrating.
It was super bad. Well, it was not super bad, but it was an annoying experience at Applebee's one time.
Mm-hmm.
I went and
That's
I
where the
said,
ants were. Mr. Ed won't say it, but that's where the ants
Oh, I
were.
forgot that.
Yeah.
I didn't say it.
I
Yeah, okay.
had specifically, when we went, I said, it was really cold, and I said, can I sit over there in the sun? And he said, yeah, sure. So they took me where he sat in the sun. And then 5 minutes later, they said, hey, can we pull the shade down because this person over there doesn't want the sun in their eyes.
Mhm.
And they were sitting at a table facing this way. And I said, oh, well, yeah,
No,
can I sit over there in the sun? Because I'm just kind of cold. Like, I didn't want to be, like, rude or anything.
Mhm.
And they said, oh, well, this is our section that we would put you in. There was, like, nobody in the joint. And I get it. They wanted each person to have their like, customer. And I don't know why the person just couldn't sit on the other side of the table, but whatever. And they said, oh, well, we kind of just didn't have the section. And, you know, like, and I was like, they were like acting like they didn't want to do it. I was like, it's fine, whatever. It's not a big deal. I don't care. So I just sat there and I was like, that was rude.
Mhm.
Why?
Yeah.
Why couldn't, like, you know, because that person was causing a stink. I get it because the sun was in their eyes. But, like, move on the other side of the table.
And get on with your life.
Right.
And get on.
I think Mischief Gay, Carmen Sandiego, and myself were at a diner, and our waitress name was Chardonnay. And she was
Shout out to
This
Chardonnay.
was the same place.
That's where I thought
No.
It was at Mega.
That's where
I
thought
would
it was.
have thrown the
That's what I'm saying.
biggest fucking
You should have
fit.
thrown a fit.
Down
That's
in
right.
Birmingham, or did you?
No,
you came
No,
home?
we came home.
I would have thrown a huge fit because I go there all the time, and I would be like,
and I
"Excuse
love that
me,
place.
I give you at least 10% of my income."
I just thought of Chardonnay today because I was over there and I was like, remember Chardonnay?
yeah. So we had this waitress named Chardonnay, and she was a huge bitch.
Yes.
And then I was
That's
just
why
like,
we remembered her. We're like,
and we're
what?
like, this. Then the icing on the cake is you look at your receipt and what's her name?
Chardonnay. What if that was just a pseudonym she had?
Maybe. She just came up with that. Probably.
Maybe.
I would.
Man,
Yeah, that's a very relatable peeve.
All right.
Okay.
Cut that out.
Peeve cut.
Peeve closed.
peeve closed.
Peeve cut closed. I'll go next, I think.
Sure.
Unless anybody objects.
nope.
Forever hold your peace.
I
So I have
Objection.
Oh god.
I have distant family members, like cousins or whatever, who during family reunions or get-togethers will just, the first time they get there, they will see somebody that they know, and they will go up to that person, and they will hug them, with no introduction or warning that a hug is coming.
Wait, these are family members.
Family members, like my distant cousins.
Distant.
Well, yeah, I don't see them except for family get-togethers or the Christmas
Yeah.
holidays.
Okay. All
So I'll be sitting there talking to someone or on my phone, whatever, because I don't like my family.
Oh.
And so and all of a sudden, I'll just like have arms around me,
Oh.
and it'd be one thing if it was like kind of like party girl
If it
thing
was
where
me.
it's like, hey,
Yeah.
just jump on you, spring it on you. But instead, these are just like very lazy, very like slovenly people. That's not the
All
right
right.
word, but like
Yeah.
just
Yes.
Yes, it
slovenly
is.
people who just like kind of reach down and then they just wrap their arms around you, and then you're like, oh,
And then
hi.
you're like, "Who are you?" And
Yeah,
they don't say.
you
they're
literally
like,
don't know until you like turn, and they're usually like behind you or to the side. So you have,
Oh,
like
I don't do
I
a,
get
a from the behind hug.
Because I do that to people
Like,
sometimes that I
that's
haven't
weird.
seen in a while, but friends,
yeah,
you know,
if they're friends,
who I
maybe.
know don't mind
I don't
personal
have any
space
desire to,
being
like,
Sure, sure.
right.
bothered.
This
You know
I'll
what I
add
mean?
to that.
But I know that they don't care
is,
about personal space.
yeah,
am a hugger.
uh-huh.
Like, I hug people. But I hate when either, like, I have something in my hand or something, and somebody tries to give me a hug, and, like, I'm like...
like a
Yeah.
drink.
Like, if I just have something in my hand and somebody wants to give me a hug right then.
Like you're carrying something
Yeah.
in,
Yeah.
and they're trying to hug you, and you're like,
Uh-huh.
"Fucking wait till I put this down." Yeah,
Yeah.
Or, like, I'll give them, like, a weird, like...
like a side tap,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a shoulder tap.
I'll point
that's so
out-
annoying.
The clever girl used to do this whenever, like, she would be here at the apartment, and I would walk in with, like, all my bags, or I had food or whatever, and she'd be like, "Hi," and they'd give me a hug, and I'm like, "Give me, like, 1 second."
I haven't done that in at least a year.
But it happened.
Oh.
Now he's always home first, and I get home, and he's always sitting at that table on the computer, and he's like, "Hey, what's for dinner?" Because dinner's never fucking
I
ready.
don't do that. I don't.
Yes, you do.
No. We'll talk later. So yeah, like, just say, like, "Hey." The barest minimum you could do is just say, "Hey," before you hug me. That way I can be like, "Oh, turn around, put my phone down, open my arms for a hug." It's just so
Yeah.
baffling.
Yeah, I also don't like that, like, and just one thing comes to mind is, like, your aunt came over when
Yeah.
your brother was home,
Mhm.
and, like, went around hugging people, and, like, your aunt and I aren't on the best terms, and like she would hug me, and I was sitting down,
Yeah.
and like she would like lean over and hug me. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is like,
That's what always happens.
just stop, just say hi.
That's what always
I
happens
see you all
too.
the
I'm
time.
always sitting down when I get these hugs.
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I supposed to, like, hug up? That's stupid. Why, just let me, I don't know.
That's a good peeve.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought so.
I don't go to like family reunions or anything anymore.
It's a
Really,
good
I
idea.
haven't had any.
We don't
like
have
it's just
that.
all people that I just don't.
I don't really have
Care
any
about.
family.
No, or don't care
I
about.
mind hugging though.
Yeah.
Just don't have any family that I just wouldn't.
We just don't have family reunions
Also, bad
because we all.
huggers.
You live on the same
Okay,
street.
what do you consider a bad hug?
Anything less than like at
To be
least
honest, I like
2 or
most
3
of my
seconds
family.
is a bad hug.
When they're just like, oh my, and then
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Oh, that's good, because I always hug people, and I'm, like, looking at my watch behind them, so I'm timing out how long the hug lasts.
At some point, it's like, why did you even bother to give me this hug? Because
Yeah.
I hate when both people go for the shoulders. Someone doesn't go down, so you
Yeah.
both go
Oh,
for the shoulders,
that's
so you're
awkward.
both like.
And you just grab hands.
Yeah.
And you're just holding each other's hands.
I don't know what I usually go for. I don't.
It depends on how tall the other
It depends on the
is.
person, yeah.
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 If I'm hugging a man, I usually go up.
Yeah.
And if I'm,
yeah.
I don't
It's a
know.
short man.
I have a friend who's a lot.
You're
I don't
I don't
hug
hug
short
short
men.
men.
Yeah.
For a girl,
Yeah.
yeah. For a girl, I usually
or
do
like angle it. Yeah.
yeah.
For a girl, I angle it.
Yeah.
So we're like equals.
Well, it depends
It's like
if it's
really
like a
frustrating when like you're the one that
romantic hug. I usually
initiates
go
the
around
hug.
like.
Oh,
You're the
yeah.
one that initiates the hug and they give like a quick hug.
Yeah, you're like, oh,
Yeah, you're like, fine, rejection. I hate you.
So that's okay.
I know it's dumb.
So,
No,
Pete
that's not true. I do
closed.
that sometimes.
He's close.
What do you think about side hugs? I'm gonna open this beer again.
Side hugs?
Yeah.
I don't know
hate
that
it.
I've ever experienced a side
Oh,
hug.
it depends on the.
I feel like they have
context.
many different
If
reasons.
I'm like sitting down and
Yeah.
the person's
Oh.
like standing up,
Yeah.
I'll
Sure,
go
sure.
like,
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, that's fine.
I-
but
Or if you
have
anything-
something
if
in
like
your
we're
hand.
both standing up, no, give me a full hug.
Like, you can turn and face.
I don't know. There's
I don't
like,
mind
I do
side
like
hugs.
really nice side hugs.
What's
They
that?
usually like hand on the chest, reach over, rub the back, and just give a real good squeeze.
Well, if I'm in a group of people where I know everyone, so I'm giving them all like hugs, but then
You
like
don't wanna give
somebody
all
like
full
I
hugs.
don't necessarily know as well, but they're still in this group.
I still give them a hug.
I'd be like, oh, you know, good to see you. Like, but I'm not gonna be like,
I
Yeah.
usually make it a point. I'm like, I'll hug you too.
Yeah.
no, I might give them a.
I'll do
side
that
hug.
if I will literally like hug everybody else because I know
Yeah,
that
yeah.
there's just one
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah,
I'll be like,
hug
good to
them
meet
again.
you. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not a hugger by trade, so I don't
I
naturally.
yeah.
I'm a hugger.
I
I like
hugging.
hugs.
So it's weird for me whenever hugs happen, but this is particularly egregious.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Egregious.
so peeve closed. Who wants to peeve? Do another peeve. Who wants to-
I'll give mine.
Okay.
Mine is, so you make events on Facebook, or there are Facebook events
Mhm.
that are out there, and you, like,
Is this when you're asking people if they're interested in going to an event? Because I haven't responded whenever if you're
Oh.
repeatedly asking about the specific event on Facebook, so I feel called out
wait,
with
what?
whatever you're gonna say.
Oh.
You know, you're like, let so and so know if you can make
Oh,
it to.
people don't, like, they don't, like,
No, that's a Facebook algorithm. It just
Oh.
decides. Oh, you
Like,
haven't.
yeah,
I think you
responded to
can
this.
also like.
I don't
prompt people.
do
can you?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
send
I
a little
understand
reminder.
that, though. I feel the same
Yes.
way. But I hate when people state the reason that they can't go.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, nobody
cares.
fucking cares.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
yeah.
say you can't go.
Nobody cares.
Nobody
Oh,
cares.
Yeah.
I
Or don't
agree.
say anything.
Yeah,
hate
don't
that.
say anything. Don't even acknowledge the event is there. I would almost rather you do that. Because if someone literally clicks can't go, it's like, what? Like, fine. But you don't want to hear why.
That's not an option anymore, is it?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Because
I just did it the other
just says
day.
ignore. No.
Huh.
I think it says
I feel like I did it the other day.
That's frustrating.
it's hard to get something to disappear. Even if you say you can't go, then it's still there.
Because
Well, that's
I
like-
really
I mean-
little.
Yeah,
Can we say that?
Sure.
you can.
It's
do
a
it.
show.
Shop. I was invited, and I wanted to say can't go, so it would give a notification, but I couldn't. It
Just
just said
ignore.
ignore, so then I hit ignore.
Well, yeah, Facebook used to, I don't know if they're still doing this, but do this thing where when somebody sent you a friend request, you could either accept or ignore, not decline. I think they might have declined now, but there used to be a thing where it's like, put this away and it would still be there. Like,
I have
in
a bunch
your-
of people in like purgatory. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah. I
it's
have.
Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely.
yeah, I
A
do
million
too.
people.
Facebook
Yeah.
person.
It's just
Probably
a bunch
around
of people with
400.
like one mutual friend or like two
Right.
mutual friends.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know you.
Or even like if there's
No, it's just people like that I know that I fucking hate. I'm like,
That's-
no.
that's
no.
a different thing. Yeah.
I'm just gonna start adding everyone. So I have lots.
I don't know.
Says the girl who didn't like
Yeah,
accept
for
our
like
friend
3 years.
request at least
I haven't done it yet, okay?
at least 4 years into our friendship.
Okay, but I haven't done it yet. I'm
I
still
was
too
like,
nervous.
Now I can tag you in all these pictures.
I know. I like never add anybody. I always wait for people to add me.
Yeah.
I had to-
I know,
You have to be a
it's
very
just-
special person for me to reach out.
Yeah.
I had to
Guys,
add somebody
I always
from
feel-
work
it
so I
feels
can
too
add them to
desperate
a
to
work
be like,
group.
please-
And
But I want to start upping my like social media game, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm just so bad at it. And I was thinking about
Facebook is dying.
like I was thinking about why I have been so bad about it, and I remember the root of why I stopped posting on Facebook and everything, and it all came down to one little teeny thing, and I remember it. It was one thing I posted in like, I don't know, 10th or 11th grade, and I posted the stupid little teenage girl post, and this
There's a
one
can't go
kid,
button.
this one kid made a mean post, and
Also,
like,
just the one event didn't have it.
it was really awful, and it hurt my feelings a lot. He was really, really, really mean. And then my aunt said something to him like, well, you don't need to say that or something. And he said some awful back to her.
Yes,
And
drama on your Facebook feed.
that I was in high school. I was young. It was kind of a stupid little girl thing to say, like something about, the Vampire Diaries versus Twilight, like something
It
stupid.
doesn't matter. People don't need to be assholes in your
I know,
comments.
and it was really mean, and that's when I shut it down on Facebook and was like, I can't do anything like that. Was when it
I
happened.
mean, you do have to be smart. Not that what you posted was dumb.
No, it doesn't matter because I was like, what, 15, 16?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if it was a stupid little girl thing to write because I was
Exactly.
a dumb little girl. I mean, not even dumb. I was,
I was
a
gonna
little
say you
girl.
weren't dumb.
I
Yeah.
wasn't dumb. It was a little girl thing to say.
Do
So-
kids know what Twilight is nowadays?
Do any of us have kids?
No, like kids. Like, Sam, what do you think?
the kids.
You used to work in high school. Did they talk about?
No.
No.
No, they never talked about that.
Huh. So I think it's gone.
They talked about, like, damn, Daniel, look at those vans.
They talked about Vine.
Talked about vines,
Yeah.
basically.
I mean, who doesn't?
I was talking about vines the other day. Or, last night.
Yeah,
We were talking about vines, and I
so
think
we
they're
did.
hilarious.
We put out vines, and they were very good, and everybody loved them.
No.
We got no views. Okay, well, good. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so just like, nobody fucking cares.
I wanna-
Why you can't make it to the bonfire, I'll
There's
say, for
a
example.
similar thing with like forum posts where somebody asks a question, usually about a computer thing. Somebody will say, "How do you do this?" And people respond, "I don't know. I've never had
I
this problem."
fucking hate that.
Why? Why
Then
respond?
shut your
Don't
fucking trap.
Say anything.
Yes.
If somebody calls you out specifically, hey, does blah 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 know about this? Sure.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
just random
Yes.
forum posts. Hey, does
Yeah.
anyone know how to do this?
There's
I
a
don't.
lot of like a post or a video, and somebody in the comments will be like, "What is this?" Or like they'll ask a question that was answered in the post or the video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
annoying.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
you're so dumb. You're so dumb.
Like a rap song that's like, "It's Eminem, what's up?" And then it's like, "What's the
Who is
artist on it?"
this?
Listen to it.
Literally says right above the video.
Yeah, it's part of the title. Eminem dash lose yourself. All right. Well,
Ugh, I can't.
I agree. Is that a peeve close? Or do you have
That's
more to
peeve
talk
close.
about?
Carmen San Diego, you got a peeve?
I have a kind of a short peeve, but I recently was somewhere in a professional setting, and I was giving somebody a handshake, and they were like, didn't know what to do with that.
Oh,
What?
awkward handshakes.
They was just like nothing to the handshake, no eye contact. It was so strange because I was like, in a professional setting, you need to do that, or
It's
in
part
general,
of the
it's like-
discussion that
the
you
whole
have.
deal.
You do a handshake.
It was so weird, and I hate when people can't give proper handshakes. It bothers me. Because I was just taught like,
Yeah.
you just do that. You,
have
just
a,
have
you
to
have
do
to have
it.
a good
you look,
handshake.
You look him in the eye and give him a handshake. I understand. I mean, I don't necessarily make the best eye contact with people. I'm like, I'll own that. But when you shake people's hands, I do.
Yeah.
It's weird.
You
I don't
got
know.
to. Yeah.
I
It was-
did that.
It was so weird.
One of the shows we went to. Next to Normal. I'll just say it.
Yeah, just say it.
Next to Normal. One of the chicks in it, I didn't know her, so I wanted to say good job. So I went to her and I was like, good job.
and like stuck out your hand.
Just aimed your hand.
Did she not shake it?
She said thank you. And
What? Fuck that bitch, because I know who you're talking about, and she's probably a professional actress.
Yeah.
Fuck that lady.
No. Mm-mm.
Professional, quote unquote.
I have handshakes all the time.
I walk patients up, and sometimes they like to the front desk, and they give me a handshake, and I'm like, I didn't do anything.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but you
it's,
shake their hand.
but I
it's
shake
like a
their hand.
common
You have to.
courtesy. Like, I'm sorry. Then why even bother to go through the motion if you're just going to be like, eh?
Exactly.
The,
don't even
the hand
grab
motion
my
she's doing is great.
My hands are very
It's a
limp,
limpy hand.
and I look like I'm like they're two fish,
like they're
hitting
yeah
each other.
clawing each other.
Just touching hands lately. Probably the best bad
bothered
handshake was from Parks and Recreation when Leslie Knope was drunk and she just lifts her hand up and she's like,
Ben.
Ben. And Ben just has to like reach. What am I gonna do? And reach under and like grab it.
I love and hate when like little old ladies like reach out their hand to shake it, like because that's normally a receiving
Yes.
line in the show thing. It's
Yeah.
so weak, and I'm like, I can't give you a normal handshake because I'll fucking break your hand.
Yeah.
You have to, like,
Well, you just have to try your
Yeah, I
best.
think what I like to do is I like to cup the hand and or like one hand on top, one hand on bottom, and be like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good.
That's what I try to do when I know they're little
Yeah.
ladies.
Yeah. Yeah, so that
Cool. Awesome, I agree. That's weird. I don't.
That's
understand.
very weird. I want like
it was somebody that was a lot older than me too, and I was like,
Yeah.
were they foreign?
no, they were not.
Even so, everyone shakes hands, right?
Most cultures. I
I
mean,
think-
some of
I
them,
think
in,
most-
I'm
like
sure some of
Asian
them
cultures,
don't.
they don't
Yeah.
necessarily, but
In French cultures, you kiss on the cheek. You don't
Sure,
like shake hands. Or...
no, it was very weird, and it was.
I wonder, since like generations are kind of losing this like face to face thing. I wonder if that's like will be a thing that they'll have to face. Like, hey, like instructing you, like you do have to make eye contact with someone. You do have to shake their hand,
Well,
or
they
if that
do-
will be a dying art. And
You
will
do need
leave.
to write in cursive.
There are
I like it. I like cursive.
there are some like colleges will offer
I
like
like
here's
it.
a job search
I
like
think they're going to
criteria.
stop being able
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah,
I can
they're not
read
teaching it
cursive.
anymore.
I like writing.
I
in
have
it.
to focus.
I write
to
faster
it.
in cursive though.
Yeah.
I don't write faster in cursive.
I do.
I
I
want
can
to write
read
in
it
cursive
by
more.
phone.
I just forgot. I need to reteach myself. I just don't. Who has the time for that kind of stuff?
I don't. I do write things out longhand.
I don't write
though.
anything. I type everything.
Yeah. All right. Well, peeve, we're closed.
Peeve closed.
All right, and I think that closes all the peeves, doesn't it? All right. Beow. We've never made that sound before. That's new.
That's new.
So let's move on to our questions. Who would like to start with our questions? I can, if nobody
Go
else
ahead.
wants.
Yep.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
Let's see. So, I'll just launch right into it. What movie or TV show do you think best represents your life? Either in tone, like how it tells the story, or what the story actually is. So, like,
I know this is the hardest question. He even told me this today, and I'm like,
What?
Movie or
What?
TV show.
Wait, repeat the question one
so
more time,
what
please.
movie or TV show, and we can like narrow it down if you want to, best represents your life? Do you think feels the most true
I have one.
to your life?
I just thought of one, and it actually is.
Like if they were to
Can I guess what
make,
yours is?
I guess.
No. Go ahead.
like if they were to make a movie about your life, what existing movie do you think it would feel the most like,
Okay,
or be
I-
the same?
I'm gonna
as?
keep
I
thinking for a minute.
have
God.
one,
I know,
but it's
hard
not
question.
You
exact.
can cut out all the time we're thinking about it, I guess.
So for me, for example, it would probably be The Social Network. It's about this
I haven't seen that.
young, kind of like out of touch with social conventions guy who's very smart, who like wants to do something big. He wants to be big, and he like starts Facebook. It's the story of Mark Zuckerberg inventing Facebook.
Okay.
So it's basically this guy who invents something big. That's what I want to imagine that my life would be closest to. Plus, that movie is very stylized because it's an Aaron Sorkin movie, and if you've ever seen an Aaron Sorkin thing, it's very like fast paced. The way it's like shot, it's very clean. The way it's filmed and edited and everything. So I just feel like the style of that movie is probably what I feel like my life is most of the time, because I spend a lot of time researching, like doing homework and like learning how to do stuff, and I'm like building this thing that will one day be my future life. And I feel like that's probably closest to what I think my life
That's
is.
so fucking deep. What TV show do you have?
We're doing both?
I wasn't imagining doing
No, I just
both.
figured you had both.
Oh, well,
up
in
your
Parks and
sleeve.
Recreation.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
I feel like that's...
What part?
What do you mean, what part?
What part best for
Just the... Which character? Andy. But, like, the idea of just, like, a group of people who are all just, like, have their own problems and their own, like, messed up things.
Yes, that's very much us.
Yeah. And they just go through life and have their own stories. Sometimes they intersect, sometimes they don't.
Yeah, that's very true.
And I've said before how I think that every single character on that show I identify with in some way or another.
Yeah.
Like, literally every single one I can be like,
Even Jerry.
oh, even Jerry. Everyone feels like Jerry sometimes.
Gary.
Larry.
Gary Gergich. So that's probably a TV show, but
Nice.
Yeah.
I like those answers.
Thank you. So, I will open it up to the rest of you. What movie or TV show, and it can be either, it can be both, whatever, do you think best represents your life, either in tone or story?
We'll go this way so Miss Shipke has enough time to think of them.
She's sweating over there.
Yeah. I'm gonna do, I have one movie that comes to mind and I have 2 TV shows and I'm gonna use all of them.
Okay.
I'll start with my movie, and I don't know why this really came to me. Aaron Brockovich,
Ooh.
starring
I haven't
Julia Roberts.
not seen that.
It's great. I don't even like Julia Roberts half the time, and this is a great movie that she's in. It's just like that unexpected, strong female making a difference in her hometown.
Mm-hmm. Wow, yeah.
Like, it's just like that. Yeah. And I like, for a while, maybe not so much nowadays, but like, it's like, yeah, I do a lot in this community, and and fuck you if you don't like it. So, and so that would be my movie. I have 2 TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm forgetting the other one right now. So I'll say the other one. My TV show is the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Okay.
Oh my god. I just like that show, though.
Because, like, you literally, like, everything has their place. This character is this all the time and wears this color all the time, and this character has this and is this character all the time, and that's how I like to live my life.
So
and I like to put things into, this person is always like this. I can always do this with this person. I can always rely on this for this. It's very like, boom, 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 boom.
It's kind of like any cartoon.
Yeah, but it's the Mighty Morphin
Yeah,
Power
it's different.
Rangers.
It's different, okay.
I don't know, and I identify, of course, with, like, Kimberly Hart and, like, and all that type
That's
of
cool.
stuff.
I identify most with Bulk and Skull.
You would, both of them at the same time?
Yeah.
that makes sense.
But, just kidding. And you can't remember the other one?
None of
I'm
them
really
are
interested. I want you to think.
Freaks and Geeks. That's what it was.
You know what?
That's a good show.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah,
haven't
far
seen
and
that one
away.
either.
Oh,
You are in for a treat.
that
It is spot on perfect. It's exactly what I'm pretty sure they just went to a high school
and
turned
started
on
filming
cameras.
it. Yeah,
It is spot on.
through the eyes of Sam,
Which one's?
Lindsay's
Oh,
younger
yeah,
brother.
Yeah, the geek.
Yeah, like through like I'm the youngest of my family. Like all my cousins and stuff, and it's like fucking no matter what I did, like it was never good enough, and like it was just like, but you're still like enjoying your life because you're in, you're starting high school and stuff.
That is such a great answer.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, cool. So Woods, comma L.
So the first thing came to my mind is Silver Linings Playbook.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Minus the part where she sleeps with a bunch of people. Because obviously that's opposite of me.
Uh-huh.
nice.
That's the complete
you said,
opposite
You
part.
said minus the part. I thought you said mine is the part. And I was
Oh.
like, what are you saying?
No, minus.
Minus.
Because
Minus,
obviously, you guys know me. That is complete opposite of me, that little section. But, yep, that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Cool.
Nice.
I've not seen that, so why do you think it represents your life?
Or our audience who hasn't seen it,
Right.
give us a.
It's
just
just
like-
kind of, I don't know.
Is it just the tone? Like it feels like, oh, that's kind of what my life is like.
Is it the romanticism? Is it the?
Is it Bradley Cooper?
Yeah, of course it is.
Of course, yeah, the answer is yes, but
I don't know. It just kind of if you see it, I don't really know how to describe it.
it's on my list. I'll get to it one day.
I don't know if you'll watch it and be like, well, yeah,
That's what's coming out.
yeah.
Now I will.
But maybe you won't, or you just haven't really seen. You just don't really.
Sure.
I don't know, but I feel kind of that
I
way.
like that, and I think I would take the time to know it so I can get to know you better, or any of yours.
And hey,
That's definitely
audience,
a good.
if you're listening, watch some of these movies and be like, oh, that's what
Get to
this
know
was.
us better. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean that's I feel a little weird saying it because I watched that and it kind of made me like when I watched that movie, I remember being like, damn it.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, yeah, and it kind of reminds me of my relationship with too, as well. A little bit. But it's happy memories of that, but weird memories of, it's just weird. I don't know.
Right.
Because we were both kind of different. You know?
Yeah.
Like, not,
Absolutely.
you know?
Cool. I like that, yeah. Right. Moving on.
I don't know. Okay, the first one that came to my mind,
Mm-hmm.
which I hate that it did, was Full House.
Wow.
Because,
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
but also, that's the...
You're
I
like
feel
Uncle Jesse.
Yeah. I'm John
listeners'
Stamos. I'm John Stamos in this. Yes. Yeah, I mean, that's like for real, I think. And then, not most of it, but it's just one of my favorite shows. A tiny little bit of Gilmore Girls, just because I had a huge, like, relationship with my grandparents, and they were really, really big influences in my life. So that was a really, like, that whole multi-generational thing going on. But yeah, Full House.
Yeah.
Womp womp. But yeah, also like good aspects of it. But and also the fact that it's like from the 90s, like now it's back. I feel like I'm doing a lot of things because I'm an aunt, so I'm doing a lot of things again, like I did when I was little. So yeah,
You're
Cool.
being nostalgic and bringing up the next generation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
When I was
cool.
a kid and I did kid things.
yeah.
You literally are Uncle Jesse.
Next time we record, you better have a mullet or else I'm leaving. Cool.
Maybe not. Maybe a leather jacket though.
So, Mischief.
He's like, fuck, I can't.
I literally cannot think of anything.
It's like, I know no movies, I know no
Yeah,
TV
seriously.
I don't
shows.
watch TV.
I don't think I've seen a single movie. Oh, it's hard.
Like, I don't know, the one thing that came to my mind was... And I don't know if this is just because I loved it, but...
That's fair.
Yes.
There might be a
that's
reason
what
why you love
is,
it.
yeah.
Black Mirror, but not the whole series.
Right,
Yeah.
specific episode?
Specifically, San Junipero.
I was gonna say San Junipero, yeah.
Oh, I haven't
Just
watched
because,
that.
like... I don't know, like, the whole series is just, like, so dark.
Spoilers.
And then it's just, like... random-ass happy episode.
Right.
And it's just, I feel like that's kind of, like... not necessarily my life, but I do go through, like, dark... like, places.
Yeah.
Sometimes. But then, like, once I get out of that, I come back, like, 10 times more happier.
Mm.
And so... I don't know, I guess that's my reasoning for that.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. Because that show, much like life, just like wears you down every episode. You're just like, man,
and
I'm
it's
so
just like, oh
bummed
my
out.
God.
And then this episode starts, and you really, really want a specific ending to happen while you're watching this episode. And you just know it's not going to. And then spoilers, it does, and you're like, wow, this is like, I feel so good about everything.
And it was about, like, lesbian characters.
Mhm.
So I resonated in that way as well.
Yeah.
Not that I'm a lesbian, but I'm...
You're like, yeah.
I can just say, you know, it's being nostalgic, you know, looking back at those photos at the beginning of the episode, and it's been 5 years since I've met Mischief Gay, and, like, you're always a ray of sunshine in my life. Like, a constant, just, like, I can always count on Mischief Gay to be like, yeah. And just be a pleasure in my life.
It's like going to watch San Junipero after watching several episodes of other...
Definitely.
Cool. I really like that answer. That's good.
Good answer.
It's the only thing that was in my mind, so...
And if you think of something else, if any of you think of something else, because this is one of I feel like this is a thinker question.
Yeah, it's a thinker.
We'll talk about it later. Maybe on this episode, maybe on the next one. The other ones, doesn't matter. Cool, that is my question, and it is now closed. Question closed. Doing the hand thing. Alright, so who would like to go next with questions? Qs, Peeves, and
I have a question.
hit us.
Okay. It's just like an open-ended question, though, but I have an answer to it.
Sure.
What is your opinion of Broadway bootlegs?
Ooh.
Wait, what is that?
So that's when someone goes to the theater and they record the show.
Oh, yeah,
And then,
I know what
but
that
then
is.
they I guess not always, but they share it around
Like upload it
on
to
the
YouTube
internet.
or
Yeah,
something.
on YouTube or just on the
Before it gets
dark web
Hmm.
or whatever. And sometimes sell it, sometimes they trade it, sometimes they just they post it. But they illegally film the show.
Right.
So what is your
do you want to answer first?
I totally understand why people do it.
Mm-hmm.
I totally understand why people watch them. I've watched bootleg stuff because I'm like, this is the only time I'm ever going to be able to see these particular people do this. But I also understand how, like, as a performer, I hate that people do that because you're taking like this magical thing and like cheapening it and sometimes making a profit off of it that the people who are involved in the creative process are never seeing.
Yeah, it's like
so that
copyright
is icky.
theft.
But yeah, so I see both sides of it, but I don't know. It's so like controversial. Like just recently, Mean Girls, the entirety of the Broadway production was on YouTube until like 2 weeks ago, and somebody took it down. So someone bootlegged it, but then I think somebody else uploaded it to YouTube that wasn't the original person who took it.
It's usually how it goes.
Yeah. And there was a whole controversy about that. But I don't know. It's just, it seems like such a dark, dirty thing. But at the same time, I think it just goes back to accessibility and how expensive it is to see any live theater, but especially a Broadway show. It's crazy expensive.
Okay, what do you guys think?
I think if you're on Broadway, I would hope that every Broadway actor has this like piece of them that just wants to share the talent.
Ooh.
And it's not all about the money. It's about the talent. I'll fucking watch them on bootleg stuff because again, I'm in BFE and I'm not gonna go. Yeah, they come traveling through here. Mm-hmm. It's not the same as a Broadway show, but I'll watch it. And I'll enjoy the hell out of it. So I'm just hoping like that they enjoyed that.
I've seen them.
I'll never pay for one. I'll say that. I'll never pay for one.
Right.
Yeah, I think that takes it to it.
And I've seen kind of, I guess, the bootlegs on YouTube.
Yeah.
And stuff, and they're always really crappy.
Yeah. I don't know.
You still watch it, but they're really crappy quality, and sometimes they're like are like a seat for like a little bit, and they're like, oh crap, wait, what? And so it's really kind of, it's not like you're actually going and seeing the show. I would still want to go see the show just as much, but I don't know. But yeah, I can definitely see both sides of that.
There are people who honestly will never have enough money to go to New York and see that.
Right.
And you're depriving those people of that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
in a way.
I don't know. Yeah.
I
see both sides.
Originally thought that it was shitty, but after Clever Girl's answer, I think that it's fine in the sense that, yeah, like if I was on Broadway, I would want as many people as possible.
Right, because I think by that time you're like, I just want people to enjoy what I'm doing because hopefully I'm enjoying what I'm doing.
They'll still come and spend money to see it.
Or they'll become a fan
it'll
of
be better
you
quality,
and then follow you to it.
Yeah, they'll follow you and I'm sure even like if it's on YouTube, they're getting hits and it's just good all around and pushes that show up to where it needs to be. Obviously, if you're getting a huge YouTube search for Mean Girls, the show must be great.
People are going to see it on YouTube and they're going to be like, oh, I want to see this show in person. I'm going to go to it.
Yeah.
My answer is that I hate exclusivity. There's like a certain kind of weird narcissism to the idea of like, oh, we're going to put out the show right now, and since we live right now, this is the most important time, so if people are going to come see the show. It's the same with like conventions and events where they're like, we're going to put out this new footage of this movie that's about to come out. And it's like, if it's like 20 years later, if you're like the son of the people or the daughter of the people at this convention and you want to see that original footage or you want to see that show that's been discontinued or whatever, that's just lost to time. Why would you not do everything in your power to... So my thoughts on it are that Broadway should step it up and be like, we're filming this professionally, like those films
Which they
on
do.
Broadway.
Which they do, some of them.
Yeah.
But they need to start doing that for like current shows. Maybe there's some wiggle room there, but like Mean Girls, for example, I don't have the money to see Mean Girls, or like Hamilton. I don't have the money.
Nobody will ever have the money to
Like,
see
I think it's like
Honestly.
$600 to go see that show.
Upward.
Yeah. So, and if you don't live in the place that it's happening, you're just like, oh, I guess you can't see it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I would rather not watch like a bootleg, like somebody holding the camera and like laughing. You can hear people talk and it's hard to understand. I'd rather not. I would rather see it either in person or a nice film version. But it's like drugs. If you make drugs illegal, people do it badly and get hurt. And if you lessen the illegality, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yeah. If you lessen the illegal, or if you like sell.
Yes, Joe, because musical theater is like drugs.
And musical theater is drugs.
Your love is my drug.
So I think.
Okay, Kesha.
My drug.
So while it's illegal and you shouldn't do it, it's fine.
I have more a problem of the people like selling them.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
weird.
I
That's-
said,
I'll never do
I'll
that.
never buy
No,
one.
that's
Yeah.
shady.
Like I understand it, but that's where it gets like icky. to
They
me.
did a like professional taping of Hugh Jackman's Oklahoma in
Yeah.
London.
Yeah, and it was great.
That's what made me fall in love with that fucking show.
Right,
like
now you like Oklahoma, and
I
you're
love
more
Oklahoma.
you're more apt to like go see a real version of
And they
it.
filmed Legally Blonde and they aired it on MTV.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
I remember
awesome.
that, and I was
Yep.
glued to the TV set
Oh,
watching
me
it.
They
too.
did Rent, they did Phantom of the Opera. There's like a lot of
A
filmed
1,000
version.
friggin' commercials,
Which they're
but I
doing- they're-
loved it.
They're doing that now with like the Grease and A Christmas Story that they're doing.
Oh,
And
the
they're showing
live
it on
ones.
TV.
Yeah, and then you can buy that. Yeah.
So like,
Here's the dirty secret, Broadway. I will give you money for those DVDs. If you film them, I will buy them. But you're not doing that, so you're forcing us, because we can't go see the shows. You're forcing us to watch these bootlegs.
yeah, I think they could
Why
definitely
aren't they doing that?
Why aren't they doing that?
Why
I don't
isn't
know.
Broadway producing the...
I don't know.
Same
because they're
production
trying
companies.
to keep it.
Exclusive. They're trying to keep it like...
Because
and
if the show comes back, you mean?
Well, because they can sell
Years
Hamilton
later?
tickets for $600 if this is the only time you can see Hamilton right now. And if they sold it on DVD, people would be like, "Oh, I'll just buy the DVD." I don't-
Well, yeah.
So the ticket prices
Yeah.
go.
I mean, it
They
is
make a lot
different.
more
It
money.
is.
Never
It's a different
mind.
experience seeing it on TV and seeing it in person.
And a lot of
Definitely
people
is,
won't
yeah.
understand that.
No, a lot of people won't, and particularly if you want to see certain performers, there's something like to say, like, I'm this far away from so and so while they're
Yes,
singing the song.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right, like when we saw Green
When we saw
Day.
Green Day, I literally was just sobbing. I'm like, my eyes are
Yeah,
seeing Billy
so
Joe Armstrong
that's a
right
different-
We were
now.
both Beatles girls, just going.
Yeah.
"Ah!" the whole
Don't
time.
call me a Beatles
Sorry.
girl.
And it's also like this version of the show will only exist now. Like certain performers, the original Broadway cast of a certain show is going to be gone soon.
Yeah, the original Belle, who then voiced Meg.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, I'm so thankful someone videotaped that and put it on YouTube,
Yeah.
and I got to watch that.
Clover and I went.
Clover.
Clover and I
Clover.
saw it at a local professional, like really big professional theater. Saw it was the Addams Family musical,
Yeah,
and the woman who played Wednesday Addams was so
she
good.
was better than the original.
And yeah, and then we got the soundtrack and we listened to it. I listen to it on Spotify all the time, and I'm just like, doesn't hold a candle. If we had been able to see like a film version,
Jennifer Fogarty, you're awesome.
Oh, Jennifer Fogarty, listen to us. Come on this podcast, sing for us.
Just be my best friend.
I'm gonna look her up. What's
So-
she doing with her life?
I think we're probably on the wrong side of the law here, but,
Maybe, but it was a question, and we answered it.
as a lifelong anarchist who doesn't care about laws or rules, quote unquote, I think just do it. I mean, don't do it, but it's
Don't
fine.
pay for it.
Don't pay. Yeah, definitely don't pay for it. If you're already not paying for a show, continue to do so.
And don't be shady while you're at the theater and like try to take pictures and film and be disruptive.
Yeah, because like
That's-
that's another part of it too.
Yep.
Don't be a shady.
Cool. Wow, that was a really good discussion, I think. All right. Question
Question closed.
Question closed. Who would like to go next?
I've got one.
Uh-huh.
What is something that you... what's the stupidest thing that you were led to believe at one point in time
Ooh.
that's not true?
That's not true.
I'm sure I have a million and I will think of them the second I give this answer, but the one that just, like, seriously always comes out first in my mind. My cousin, when we were, like, young,
Uh-huh.
took a Capri Sun, in, like, a pouch, drank all the Capri Sun out of it. And I've always been chunky, Always. And so, like, she drank all the juice, then blew it up, and was like, Jody, one day you look like this, and then the next day you're gonna look like this, and, like, squished it.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah? And then she was like, and I may look like this, and it was flat, and she's like, but one day I'll look like this, and, like, blew it up.
Yeah.
That bitch lying. She's
Well, you just
lying.
have to get, like, crushed by closing in walls.
I guess.
Like,
No, but, like, I completely believed. I'm like, okay, that will happen. Like, just, yep, that will
It's
happen.
such a cartoonish worldview that kids have.
Yeah,
It's
just
wild.
just like something just so stupid.
I
like
have
that.
one equally as stupid as that.
Oh,
Yeah.
hit us.
One time I got bit by a fish in a lake. And the next time I was like, I don't want to get bit by a fish in the lake again. And one of the kids I grew up with was like, oh no, don't worry. They actually had a problem with that and they shocked all the fishes in the lake and now there's no fish. And I believed him, and then I had seen this huge, like, largemouth bass, like, and I was, no.
But you got in the lake, so
I got in the lake, but I was over it by that time.
I thought you were.
Oh.
I
I got over it. I was really like young.
Now you
I
own
was probably
17
like,
fish.
yeah, I was probably like 10.
I thought
or
you were
11.
gonna say, like, that kid told you, like, oh, once you've been bit by a fish once, you can become immune and they don't bite you anymore.
No. Yeah, it was,
They don't bite you.
I thought I was gonna go to like a mermaid route.
Yeah, like, oh,
No.
you're gonna become a mermaid.
No,
Like a
he told me they
Spider-Man.
shocked all the fish in the lake, and there
They're all
wasn't any
dead.
more in there. What a doof!
Cameron.
Carmen.
Carmen.
Cameron.
You're getting these wrong.
Cameron Diaz. Same initial.
I don't.
Cameron.
I'm
Oh,
not
no.
that
San
like.
Diego.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever had anything crazy, but I used to think that you had to hold your breath when you went past cemeteries.
Me
So,
Oh,
too.
I still do that.
So the like
No.
spirits wouldn't possess your body. And, like,
Yes,
I'm gonna be
boy.
honest. There is something
Yeah.
else that I believe that was really stupid. I will not get.
There's
into
always
that right
a
now.
white house next to a cemetery, so I only thought you had to hold your breath till the White House.
oh,
What?
There's rules.
There's always,
Oh.
I'm telling you, there's always a White House next to the
that's
cemetery.
creepy.
I would always be this wasn't something I believed, but I was always be watching shows where a character would go underwater, and I would try to hold my breath for as long as the characters do to see if I could. Sometimes it's really fast. Sometimes it's like, oh, they filmed this bad. I have to breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's funny. Is there anything you, Mischief, believed?
Oh, jeez. Well, I mean, I always believe that when you hold a shell to your ear, it was the actual ocean.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow. I did too.
That's a good one.
I know there were more.
I know, that's what I
I
said.
was such
I'm like,
a
this,
naive kid.
I was too.
We gotta start
All kids are
posting these
naive.
questions in advance.
Yeah.
All kids are.
Yeah, you're just so stupid.
I know. I don't know.
I mean,
no one took advantage
You don't
of
know
me,
what
I guess.
to.
Yeah.
Because you're the
Believe
oldest.
things. People
Yeah.
tell you things
You're the
like,
oldest
yeah,
of the
that's it.
kids.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can tell you things that I told my sister.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Do it now. Do it right now. What did you say to her?
Please do.
Well, we told her that
Tell her.
my cousin that was my age, and I told my sister and the cousin that was her age that it was going to flood up to the roof, and we're going to have to jump out and paddle across our subdivision to the grandma's house, and then my uncle and my mom came up into the bedroom, and they were in like all these little plastic containers. They were just sitting in there, and they're like, "What are you doing?" They're like, "We're in case it rains. We're gonna jump out, and these are our boats." And they were just like, "What did you tell them?"
You're a big brother. Did you tell your siblings anything?
I'm trying to think of that. I don't think so, but I did cure my baby sister's 6 or 7 years younger than I am of her fear of Barney the dinosaur. 'Cause she was terrified of Barney the dinosaur when she was a kid. And one time, and when she was like a baby or like a toddler, I don't know what the terms are, but like she was using a bottle to drink from, and I like took it from her and like put it in Barney's lap and like a doll, and I was like, "You can't get this bottle until you go get it from Barney," and she did. And from that day forward, she was not scared of Barney anymore.
Does
So
she
I, like,
remember this?
I don't think so. No, she was a infant. Like she was.
Because you don't like tell her that. Look, I cured you of your fear of
Yeah,
Barney.
I told her, and she like remembers it through the story, but she doesn't remember the event. But that's not really like a lie that I told her. I wish that I had. I probably did, and I just don't remember. I'm thinking of something. The thing that I always believed, I think this might have been like in Rugrats or something, because I think I remember it from something. But like watermelon seeds
growing inside
growing
of you.
inside you, yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you, seeds of any kind, like if you ate them, they would like grow.
I remember it specifically being watermelon.
Yeah, I remember it being watermelon too. So there must have been some kind of, or maybe it was just a rumor, like the uncle who works at Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like everybody just has one. So that's probably. I'm sure that I have better answers, but there's also like the deep answers, like political things that my parents.
Well,
were
no,
like,
we're not getting into that.
We don't want to get into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was scared of watermelon seeds. I would specifically pick them out because I was like, they'll explode inside me if I eat them. I didn't want that.
I don't know. I don't think they my cousins convinced me of this, but I did have like an irrational fear of like whatever scary movie we watched.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Would come out of the toilet.
The toilet?
Isn't that the dumbest thing? I don't know, because I guess I have a lot of issues with the bathroom and being scared of it. Yeah. I've had trauma as a child around bathrooms, and so like it coming out of the toilet was always the fear.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a place of vulnerability.
That.
Yeah.
I'll add on to that.
Uh-huh.
I always thought, I still do this to this day, actually. I'll go in the bathroom to like pee or something, and if the shower curtain's closed, I'll open it.
I do it. I do it every time.
I do it
every single time.
I do it too.
Lurking.
Yeah.
Especially this bathroom, because the shower curtain is so close to the toilet.
Yeah.
I always do it.
I've heard people say that, like, why does it matter? Because, like,
they're going to get you anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
And here's my response to that. I would rather throw the thing open, find, say, a killer, and then kill me, rather than go to the bathroom and find out later that there was a killer there who then kills me.
Right.
Or
I'd
like
rather
be
die with
outside
my
peeing.
pants on than my
Yeah.
pants off.
I know.
Exactly.
It's the vulnerability thing of having my pants down.
And it's also, like, your own control. If I throw that thing open and find a killer, that was my choice.
I have that at least split second to run to the door.
Yeah, something like that. So it's valid and real.
I do
Everybody
that
does that.
literally,
Yeah.
literally every time.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Because if you die, I mean, you're gonna wet yourself anyway. I mean,
And I used to, as a
what
kid,
happened?
That's probably a myth.
when
No, it's not.
when I would shower as a kid, I would not want to close the shower curtain
Really?
because of
You
the
can't see
unknown.
through it.
Oh,
Yeah.
You're like, you
Yeah.
don't know what's on the
Man,
other side.
Yeah.
who showed you Psycho as a baby
Yeah.
and fucked you up?
It wasn't even. I don't think it was even that.
It might
And
have.
Also, like I was always. I think my fear of water stems from The Ring,
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
like her
Yeah.
coming out of the well.
yeah.
I didn't.
I think my water fear stems from that because
So-
that fucked me up as a. That was like my movie as a kid. That
When
like, fucked me up.
I was a little child, and I was the youngest, okay, my grandma would put on Night of the Hunter. Have you guys ever seen
No.
that?
No.
It's a black and white film. Very, very scary. Okay, he's a murderer.
Jody.
Okay. What?
I said racist.
Oh my god.
Stop.
No, it's
Peeve for the next episode.
very, very scary if you ever watch it, okay? It's extremely scary, so.
I used to think that the shower head would turn into a shark head.
What?
Because I was scared of Jaws, because we watch Jaws all the time in my
shark
That
house.
never happened in Jaws.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You're vulnerable in the shower.
I did have a slight
Naked.
fear of a snake coming up the toilet at one point.
Yeah,
Who
that's
doesn't?
fair.
I still have that.
I
Yep.
also still do this to this day. I'll like before I sit on the toilet, I will.
I'll have you know that Mischief K says he does not
I don't.
go to the
Sometimes,
bathroom.
sometimes I just like to sit, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're tired of standing.
Well, you need time on your phone.
Yeah. So before I sit, I'll take the little cleany do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
brush.
I'll
The
go
brush?
around the brim,
Really?
Oh,
and then I'll flush. Because
Huh.
if there's any spiders or anything, I want them to like.
wow.
Wow, you know,
Die.
I never would have thought of that.
I always do that
Spiders.
because you see those videos of the spiders hanging out up there.
What? I see. I
Yeah.
never even
I've
think
seen
of
the
that.
circles.
Now I'm only going to be thinking
Do you know
of
what
that.
I'm also scared of? Like when you go camping and there's like those outhouses
Oh,
and they have the
Okay, I
holes,
do think of
like
that.
the way
Yeah.
holes down there.
Oh,
I always think someone's down there.
Oh.
And I'm like, what a horrible life they have.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, they're just gonna stab me in the
That's why I
butt.
don't go.
Yeah.
That's why I don't
Like,
There
just gonna
was
stab
an
you.
episode of The X-Files.
stop. No, seriously, was there?
Yeah.
Why would you ever say that to me? I'll never poop again.
So, it's a fake show, you know that, right?
No.
Okay.
Everything is based on reality.
I was able to convince myself of a lot of things, like,
Me too, yeah.
like, nobody told me this, for some reason it just got caught in my mind, like,
now I have to pee.
whenever I saw...
Yeah, none of us are going to use the bathroom now.
Whenever
Really
I
gotta
saw a scary movie, I would always be like, well, first I would logic myself to be like, well, I've never been scared of this and I've been fine. But then my brain would go, oh, they wanted to wait till I knew
Yep.
until I was attacked. So now that I know about it, now I'm fine.
I'm also always scared. I think you've all been to my house. Like when you come in from the garage and you immediately step in the house, there's the stairs to the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My house is like that too.
Yeah. Whatever movie you just watched, you know
They're
that
gonna come
that
out.
fucking thing is at the bottom
Right
of the
down there,
basement every single time.
When I go into the garage, because we have a fridge out there to like grab water or something,
Yeah.
I'll turn the light on to the
Yep.
stairs.
Yeah.
Yep.
To this
And
day.
then go out there.
It still scares me, even though
Yeah.
that motherfucking raptor is just gonna get me one day.
Yeah, I don't like the dark at the bottom of the stairs.
No.
Like, I'll run.
No.
I do, and it's scary because then it sounds like somebody's behind you because you're running up the stairs.
I walk up the stairs sideways.
Yeah.
Why?
So I can see.
I love you.
I just run for my dear
I walk up the
life.
stairs sideways every time.
I'm 26 years old, and I
You
still...
do like a
Yeah, I just walk sideways.
I will always, like, whenever I'm in a hallway or a room where I'm like, there's the front door, there's like the door and there's light outside of it, I know, like, it's gonna wait until, like, I'm at the door, I'm not gonna make it,
And then
I'll, like,
pull me back down.
yeah. And I'll always do the thing where it's like, I think I can make it if I walk. If I turn around, that's it.
That's
Like,
it. Yeah, you can't turn around.
Right, I'm not doing it because that's
Unless you're walking sideways.
Yeah.
Yes, you're walking sideways.
But, like, my house is very small, so...
It is.
My parents are always just like, why are you running up the stairs?
You're like, listen, I'm scared.
You're like, you're 26 years old. I'm like, I'm scared.
It's scary.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm like, why'd you build this
70.
house so stupid?
Right.
Why isn't there a door on the way?
Wow, great. Whose question was that?
Mine.
Oh, good question. Yeah.
That was a really good question.
Question close.
Quiz close.
Question close. Great. Does somebody else have a question for us?
My question was just, I already stated it earlier. It was just the question I've been thinking of for a while is just why is school so stupid? Like the transferring and
Money.
all of that is
Money.
why is it so stupid? Yeah,
Capitalism.
but why is that about money? Like why is transferring about money? Is it because they want to make
Everything's
Because
about
they want...
more money?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
Yes, they're a business. they're before they're a college to help you learn. They are an institution that wants to make money, and so their secondary goal is
That's
to
why
teach
it
you
is.
things.
but it makes it
Registration fee.
so difficult.
The
I
registration
just
fee. That's why they change textbooks every year and make
it's
them
just
$500.
it's just so
Which the
difficult.
authors, like, get completely gypped.
Yeah, they don't even-
That's just a publication.
right. What's it? Yonkers is one of them.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Check.
Big one.
Man.
Check is like a
Rental.
service that like helps you get text. I guess yeah.
Yeah.
Not cool though. It's so hard.
It's like a word with an F at the beginning.
Fuck.
Can't remember. That's it. So,
Fucking school.
Yeah, sorry.
.com.
Sorry to like shut
And
that question
why
down.
and why do you have to take pointless classes that have nothing to do with
Yes,
your
that
degree?
was the original
Why?
question of what's the stupidest class have you ever taken to get your degree?
Like
Yeah.
some of them,
Why?
I understand. Like okay, so I understand the evolution of these things. Like when you used to have to go and take like a psychology course because you just didn't know anything about psychology. Because that's just what the world was. Nobody knew anything about anything. But now times have changed, and we all know a little bit about psychology, and the bare minimum that they teach you doesn't seem useful in a way that it used to.
Yeah.
I had to take 3 psychology classes for my degree. 3.
That makes sense for you.
Because they cost so much.
Why
people
No.
do you have to take a physical education class for
They try to make you well-rounded and make money.
Okay. Did I not complete that in high school? Did I not? I did. Why do I have to take random electives that they don't care what they are?
Again,
To be a well-rounded person.
I honestly
And to make
believe.
money.
Yeah, but why does that have anything to do with my degree? Why did they care about
they want you
being
to be-
well-rounded
Because they were going to make money off of
to
you.
my degree? I'm going there to do one thing, to complete this degree, to learn a skill, to learn a to learn this.
They're making
That is what I'm.
what they say is that they're making sure that you're gonna like that degree. If all you do is go into college and boop, 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 got this, what I thought I wanted, you didn't get a chance to kind of go around and make sure that's something that you wanted. That's what they say.
Yeah, but that is wrong because I want to go
I
in
agree.
and take my classes. I want to learn this. I want to learn this.
You're a
I wanna-
non-traditional student at this point, though, too.
What does that mean?
That means you're not starting at, like...
You're not starting right out of
18,
college.
Yeah, years old and
Or-
going
Right,
high school.
right. But I want to learn exactly what I need to learn, and I don't want to take a foreign language.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't want to. And I know people say, "Oh, that does make you more well-rounded." Blah blah blah. Okay,
I couldn't tell you any of my French
Okay,
that I
well,
learned.
you know what? Yeah, that's exactly who remembers when people start out people start out in this degree when they're 18. Who remembers that when they're my age? Nobody does.
Yeah,
So how does that make them well-rounded?
I took Spanish every single year of high school, and after I graduated, I was like, I want to learn Spanish. I don't know a word of Spanish. I had to download an app, and I had to, like, start from scratch and be like, I have to build up Spanish because I don't know any of
I'm
it.
the same way with French. I took 4 years of high school, and all I know is that fromage means cheese.
Yeah, and I only know that because
Yeah.
of Dexter's Lab. I was going to say Dexter
So-
the show. That's different.
It's
And
like
fondue is to melt.
Oh, is it? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
dance move. The only French I know is ballet terms, like, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I don't know. I just think that is just awful.
Well, I think that is the answer. That like it's a holdover from a time where people didn't know anything about physical education, and so they had to know at least the stepping stones so they could talk to people about it.
Yeah.
But now times have changed, but institutions, because of capitalism, haven't.
I don't have to take any of those classes because I already did at U of M, but I mean, because I took, dance classes and stuff, but it just sucks because I just don't want to take any of these useless classes that have nothing to do and just put it off longer because I have to take all of those useless math classes. I don't know. I think it's all useless. It doesn't have anything to directly do with my degree. No matter what everybody else thinks, I don't want to do it.
I've had to take a volleyball class.
A volleyball
I've had
class.
to take
Oh my
French.
gosh.
I've had to take a weightlifting class.
Oh, weightlifting
You had
class.
to take those specific classes, or
No,
you just
I mean
chose-
pretty close.
It was
Like,
like
but
a
you
gym
had to
class
do-
of physical education that you
Right.
just happened to do those.
You had to have
things,
a physical education credit.
I took
For
I had to take-
dental.
I had to-
Oh my.
I had to take a Holocaust class.
Wait, is that
I'm
a
sure that
history
wasn't an
class?
Olympic-
History credit. Holocaust
Why?
is what
Okay,
it was.
okay, but this is what I'm getting at. Why did you have to take a history class for a dental degree? What?
So I can talk to my patients about what happened in the past.
No, see, that's
You
what
know,
I'm getting at.
Jewish people.
I don't
in
care if it
camps
makes
had
you
to
well-rounded.
take
It
out
doesn't
their
have anything to do with what
so
you're
they
getting
could keep
at.
them
I don't
after
care.
the- after
It's
the war.
stupid. That's just money making. That's not trying to be well-rounded. That's just trying to get you to make money.
I
Trying to
agree.
get them to
That's
make
what
money.
most college is.
It has nothing to do with making you well-rounded. That's excuses. is what
Bernie
that is.
Sanders, get on it.
Yeah, come on.
Seriously.
Be president, and then
That's why people go to like quote unquote trade schools.
I
or
wish that would have happened already
specific
because that is
programs.
Mm.
Because you don't really even do anything in your major a lot of times until you're like a junior. Then that's when you're like, okay, I'm taking
I didn't do
only
anything
classes.
until my senior year.
Because you're taking all your electives, you're trying to figure it out, what you want to do. Blah, blah,
I got my fitness out of the way my freshman year.
blah. Of high school?
Yeah. Because I'm like,
Yeah, because fuck
get
that
that
shit.
out of the way.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
not a runner.
I mean, like I
don't do this
took a
shit.
dance class in college. I took choir.
I
Those
did
were credits.
Pilates.
I took
I
all
was literally like always second to last when we
I was
ran
always
around the
last.
course.
Always.
Always.
Hopefully all my electives are done.
I
Who was
took
the last person?
Like,
This really
hopefully
large
from
man.
from U of
Boy.
M,
That's sad.
whatever will transfer from there.
I took
Nothing
everything
from
I
Baker's
absolutely-
transferring.
Yeah, they don't transfer. I took everything I needed to take in college for my degree, and I was 1 credit short. So that's like should be because I didn't I didn't do a minor. I just did my major, and so then I had to go to my advisor. He was like, "Well, you can just do an independent study to get the rest of your credits." So I just wrote a 20-page research paper,
Oh,
and just
Hey, I'd rather
over the
do
course
that.
of the semester,
definitely.
it was fine. It was great. And then he was like, "Okay, well, he's like, you've come to me over the last 4 years. I know who you are. You've taken my class. It's fine. Just do this. Do a good job on this research paper. You can get your credits." But like what I needed for my degree for my career wasn't the amount of credits I needed to graduate, which should have been.
Right.
So that was crazy. But no, I took like a dance class. I took
many dance
choir.
classes.
And I still didn't have enough. I took random stuff and I still didn't have enough.
It also is the system of, like, you have to take so many credits to get your FAFSA.
You have to take
Sometimes
so
you have
many,
to just,
You
like,
have to
bulk your
take
schedule.
full time.
Yeah, to be
Yeah.
a full-time.
I wish that I could do that, like, take a class just to take one, like any random one. I would do a lot of really interesting stuff if I could. All might have to be such a regimented schedule.
Yeah.
I'm trying to not take any that don't transfer towards this, blah, blah, blah. So it's really just kind of stressful.
Because I got to be like a junior and I was like, oh, I need to take some random classes because I need to get more credits. So that's why I started taking all these kind of random things.
Yeah, capitalism's bad. Shouldn't be.
Damn
a thing.
school.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think we discussed the question. If not, came to definitive answers. Sorry about that. It's very annoying. Yeah.
Ugh, the
All right,
worst.
Well,
Question
you closed.
Question
Question
closed.
closed. Yes. It felt like a piece.
Yeah. A little bit of both.
Well, Mischief brings us to you.
I had an original one,
But
but
you
then
came up with a new one.
I came up with a new one
Oh, so write down your original.
from something that we were talking about earlier.
All right.
Have you ever got an altercation on social media
Ooh.
with someone?
Good question.
Have you?
Have you?
I sure. Well, wait. Okay, no, I personally haven't, but I have posted a couple of things that have caused other people to get into
to
altercations
witness
with each
them?
other.
Uh-huh. That's always the weirdest part,
Yeah.
where you're like, should I get involved? Or
So one
shouldn't
was
I?
in high school, end of my junior year.
Damn, high schoolers just shouldn't have Facebook.
That's yeah.
For real.
I didn't when I was in high school.
So I don't know if I've ever told this story on the podcast or not, but so I had this group of friends, me and my best friend in high school, and like a few of my other friends, and we like had this whole like plan that when it came to prom, which was like a whole like year away,
Yeah.
we were gonna get a party bus all together. We were gonna go to prom in the party bus, blah, blah, blah. It was really fucking dumb. So anyway, randomly, one day, one of my friends, we were like at lunch, and, one of my friends was like, to me and my best friend, she's like, oh, some people don't want you on the party bus, so...
Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Oh.
Be like, I'm inventor of the party bus.
Yeah, so I guess she kind of told us, like, we couldn't be on there.
And you were like, well, okay, you're not coming to my party bus.
Yeah, so then later that day, I went on Twitter and posted something. I don't even remember exactly the tweet, but basically the gist of it was like,
fake bitches being fake.
I was like, I'm gonna rip her like nappy weave off of her head or something. I did something like that.
Hate crime.
It was
Two hate crimes.
It was like I was just joking around with like my best friend, whatever. Well, one of her friends, like the girl's friends, followed me on Twitter and saw it.
Cause you awesome.
And showed her, and then it caused this whole thing. She went on Facebook calling me and my best friend out, and then like my sister got involved because I was
that's when.
I was like somewhere else. I don't know where I was, but I was not at home, so I was not paying attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
So my sister got involved, kind of like attacking her, and then this girl's mom got involved attacking my sister, and it was like this whole thing. And she ended up blocking me, and like we never talked to her again.
Yeah.
We pretty much ignored her for the rest of high school.
That's it. That's it.
And then another time was when our Cheeto of a president got elected.
Yeah.
And I posted something about it.
Uh-huh.
And then, yeah.
That just starts what
It
today's
started,
social media is like.
Right.
And then, like, our theater friends got involved on my post, and then my dad got involved, and my sisters got involved. It was like this.
Eventually,
whole
you should
thing.
just like delete post.
And I didn't want to though, because I'm like I
feels
like
like
I like
letting
what
them
this
win.
post says.
Yeah.
Because like I mean what this post says, But I just I just deleted the comments that were like
Mm-hmm.
Good.
bickering back and forth.
You gotta figure, like, most people don't see those comments. They just see the post. I certainly don't click, unless I specifically want to know what people are saying.
Yeah.
I usually just, headline.
Comment, you never read the comment.
Yeah.
You can't.
Don't read the comment.
Well, you probably didn't know. It probably was so fresh.
Yeah.
And like it was,
That was a turning point, seriously, in social media and what you could.
And when it was like when it was sending me the notifications for this post, I was taking a nap. Then I woke up.
The fuck?
And I was like, what the fuck? And like my mom had called me, like my sister had called me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, listen, I was sleeping. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So it was this whole thing.
What was the post about?
The Cheeto.
The Cheeto.
President.
Oh.
So.
Wow,
So I've never been in an altercation on Facebook, but I've caused altercations. I'm an instigator.
Yes, I'm not involved in drama. I just cause it.
I just caused it.
I walk away.
In regards to your first story, it baffles me that I couldn't imagine caring that much to be like, I want to make this a whole event.
Some people have nothing else in their lives, and that's what they do.
If I saw somebody on Twitter or whatever said something about me, I'd be like, man, that sucks. I wish they hadn't said that or thought that way.
You're not a teenage girl.
That, you know what? Truer words have never been spoken.
Like, teenage girls.
Literally, like, people that,
ruthless.
like, we didn't even talk to, like, knew about it the next day, and they were, like, talking to us about it.
You're like,
I was like, fuck.
You're like, don't talk to me. Why are you talking to me?
Well,
have you ever been on an altercation on Facebook?
Only for political things where I've been like, hello, is this not like an obvious thing we all understand? And someone's like, here's why you're an idiot. And I'm like, oh, okay, we're doing this now. And so then it became a whole thing, and then it just got too harsh. Too much, too soon, so I had to back off.
That's why I, like, when something political pops up, I'll, like, start reading the comments.
And then I'm like,
yep, I'm like,
I can't. As much as I want to,
Don't
I just
engage
can't.
in it because you're never going to convince certain people.
Nope, you won't. At this point, no, you won't. People have either already changed their minds or will never.
Although, to this day, on one of my political posts, their last comment was like something that I was like, ooh, I have the perfect thing to say, but I was like at work, and then when I got home, I was like, cool down. But I was like, this would be like just the delicious, juiciest thing to comment. But I just haven't. To this day, I still think about that post. I'm like, oh, it would have been so good, but I just never posted it.
Yeah.
So.
I have been called out by the dark spirit that we all know.
Oh, yeah.
We all have nicknames. So does this person.
So does this person.
That post is when I cut off ties with him, actually.
I don't know who we're talking about.
The dark spirit. We went to a show that our friends were in, that he had choreographed, and our friends were talking to me about the show. And I said, yes, I liked this. I really liked this. This was weird.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Whatever. I'm talking to my friend about the show. Like, I would never, like, no matter how bad the show was, I would never be like, this was a piece of shit. It wasn't.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
And he calls me out on Facebook. And like,
for what?
This girl, telling my cast members that blah blah blah, making them feel blah 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 blah, like, and I'm
which
just
wasn't even true.
Which wasn't true, and I had no idea. Mm-hmm. I get this call from at the current show that I was in's producer, like, they had called my house, and I picked up the phone, and they wanted to talk to my mom. And I was like,
I'm a grown person. Why are you talking
yes,
to my mom?
What they wanted to do was call my mom and see if I had seen the post. I was the lead in the show, and they literally were just making sure that I wasn't going to break down and just like fucking kill everybody at rehearsal that day or whatever. But I was just like, I don't know what you're talking about, and I would appreciate it if you didn't tell my mother, because my mother does not need to know about this petty bullshit.
Right, this is nothing.
So, I had a really good friend at the time. She screenshotted it, so I had proof. And then...
Oh, did this person delete it?
They deleted it.
later?
Yep, they deleted it later.
Of course, yeah.
So that was one. And the second one involved your mother. who they're moving and have many pets,
Oh, yeah.
and we're gonna get rid of them. I think that's complete bullshit.
Yeah.
If you bring a pet into the house, it is
agree.
your responsibility
I agree.
to keep
Have
that,
pet.
for their entire life.
Yes.
And her daughter, her only daughter, yeah. So, Miss Red's mother posts, I have all these, animals
Mhm.
looking for homes. Her daughter posting,
Who, by the way, lives in the home.
who lives in the home. Like, I can't believe you're doing this, like, to us. Why would you do this? You're a horrible person for getting rid of these animals. That's totally irresponsible.
I don't know if it was that
In
inciting,
jest,
but,
yeah. I was heated and I felt the same way.
Yeah.
And Mr. Ed's sister and I are not always on good terms.
Right.
But I was like, this is an opportunity I can take to show that I support his sister.
What she's saying. Because she was right.
For once. And so I did. I was the one that said, that is completely irresponsible.
Right.
Oh, absolutely. I completely agree.
Yeah.
Okay, I keep going through Craigslist pets. Okay.
And you're just like,
I
you're a
started-
horrible person.
Honestly, I keep feeling that way because I was looking for a friend for Ollie. I was looking for a sugar glider who needed a friend. And that's what I started. And I was looking for cages. Okay, that's what got me looking at it. And it was like, I was looking and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, people just putting up their cats and dogs?
Yep.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Like, these animals family dogs who they'd had for 8 years. Why are you getting rid of this dog? 10 years. What?
So the altercation that I got
Holy
into
moly.
was Mr. Ed's mother's co-worker
Yeah.
then commenting, referring to me, aren't you dating her son? You need to show respect to her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how about she respects the thought of her own daughter, and how the fuck dare you call me out on anybody?
Right.
Like,
Ooh,
I don't know you, and you certainly don't know me.
Yeah.
Right.
So, enough. And she just kept going. Like, you need to respect her. She is the mother of your boyfriend. I'm like,
Who cares?
I am an independent woman, and I don't need no man.
Plus, the man that
Yeah.
you happen to have
Agrees with me.
is on your side here. So just like,
and could give a shit about respecting his
yeah,
mother.
and she's over there talking about like, hey, you need to respect her and everything. It's like, you're not involved in this. Have some respect and stay out of this conversation.
And it shouldn't have been on Facebook, and I get that, but like, fuck that lady.
Right.
Who calling me out? Why me? There were also a million other people posting on this thing going, that's not cool. You really shouldn't be doing that.
Like,
Yeah.
for example, my sister, who she didn't say a word
Didn't
to.
say a word to,
It
but
was-
because I'm the girlfriend of her eldest son. That's horseshit.
Yeah, you
And
need to
so-
show
Mhm.
respect.
Yeah. So that's one of my biggest altercations I've ever gotten into.
That
on
was awful.
Facebook.
Dang.
And I was with her when this was going on. I was just like, I'm getting so enraged for you. This is so stupid.
Annoying.
I've never gotten an
I was just like, you're gonna
altercation
confuse
except
the
that
poor
one.
animals.
Except that one.
Yeah, the
Except
poor
that one.
animal.
And like, if you get rid of older animals, people don't want older animals.
Exactly. These cats.
Yeah.
Well, the
You've
dog.
had forever.
the dog
Yeah,
is like
the one dog
14
is
years
literally
old.
on its last leg, like about to die.
No, say literally, but basically, last tooth definitely. It literally
Yeah.
has a single tooth.
Oh.
Poor dog.
Yeah.
And I don't even like that dog, but I
Yeah.
think that's wrong.
The dog is
Because
disgusting. I
that's
hate
the-
it, but it's still wrong.
But it's still a dog.
That's because people want to get kittens and puppies, and
Yup.
then they don't
Yup.
really want to take care
Yup.
of them their whole
They want
lives.
something cute, not
It's
something.
so sad.
really
You
sad.
hit the
Oh
nail
my
on the head
gosh,
with
I
that.
can't agree with you more on that whole thing. Or when people like get them and they don't want to do their research on the particular
Yes,
animal.
yes.
Yep.
As you have said, I think on previous
I
episodes.
have. I
Yeah.
have.
Yes. It's very frustrating.
People's bullshit.
Yep.
All right, well,
I hardly doubt Carmen Sandiego has ever gotten in an
I've never
altercation.
gotten in an altercation on social media on my personal page, but I have a secret Twitter that I used to tweet at companies
Dun,
to like ask for things, like, oh, this printer isn't working, blah, 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 stuff like that.
Netflix, why is your opening tune so loud?
I hate it.
Stuff like that, yeah. So I have another Twitter that was always...
It does. It scares the shit out of me at night. I hate it.
That's always public, and I do stuff like that. So sometimes... But that's not... I never interact with people I know with that, but that would be like where I would vent and things like that. So I don't do that on my personal pages because I think it's trashy and it doesn't need to happen. But I have had, not for me, but people have come after my sister a number of years ago about things, and I was like, everything went on private. I'm like, deleted like a ton of people off all my social media because I was like, listen.
Good idea.
That's a trigger for me. Like, if you come at my family, I can't guarantee your safety anymore. Like,
That's right. I agree.
So I was like, I'll say something, and I can't say something, so I need to just never say
cut
anything.
you.
Yeah.
Right.
So
or cut you.
Yeah. No, I really try not to, and it's hard with the political stuff, and it's hard with some things people post. But it's just why are you gonna just spend hours on it arguing with like people?
I find that I'll write out the comment and then delete it before I even hit like send. I'll do so at least I can get that thought out and then be like, and that's what I would have said, and move on. I do that all the time because I know it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Sometimes I'll write out a comment and be like, you know what, seeing this out. It's not a good comment to make. I
bet you get my voice in the back of your head going, "Don't do it."
No, it's not about. It's sometimes I'm like agreeing. It's like, oh, it's like about a cool thing, like a movie or whatever. I'll be like, yeah, in this one scene, blah blah blah, and then I'm like,
yes, I do that too.
No one cares about this. Delete all this.
Then I think about I'm gonna get notifications after I post this.
Yeah.
Yes.
So and so commented on a thing you're following. I don't care.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just discuss it with my pets.
I think that brings this episode full circle.
Like, really? You think that? Well, let me tell you.
Glider,
you're the one with the tood right there.
He's like, oh no.
Again, a reason we need a camera in the apartment.
Well, thank you for listening. If you listened, if you want to leave us a review, a 5-star review, that'd be cool.
I'll get into an altercation with
an altercation with us. That'd be cool.
I'll find you on my secret Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh.
She'll come for you. All right. And if you want to share the podcast with your friends, if you want to like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. If you want to send us a Twitter thing, you can do that on Twitter at Peeves and Qs. If you want to send us an email, you can do that at peevesandqspodcast@gmail.com. I'm on Twitter at Mr. spelled out the long way, Red2342. That's at Mr. Red2342. And anyone else have something they want to
like us on Facebook?
Like us on Facebook, yes. We're on Facebook. We have a website, Mr. Red Productions. 2 R's, all one word, no dashes. Yeah. So cool. Thank you. No clashes. No bashes. No coconuts. All right. Thank you for listening. Shut it down.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Episode cut.